Hey guys, let's do AP style lab write-up for blast speed from edge of a cliff. That's what we're gonna look at. So here's we got a top scientist for linear motion. This is just for my AP class here. All right, so here's your five-part write-up for question, measuring tools, procedure, analysis, conclusion. Now, what's this lab going to be and how's this going to relate to this? So I'm going to give you guys these launchers. You're going to ramrod this thing, make sure it's the same number of clicks every time, put in the squishy bouncy ball, lift the lever, ball flies out. Now, if you do that at the edge of the balcony and spot where the ball lands, wonder if you can calculate what is the blast speed. Right? So see if you guys see this front here. Let's look over this. So the ball has a vertical motion, which is going to constrain how much. So the height of the cliff and the gravity field are going to constrain how much time the ball is in the air for. That's same as your reaction time lab with the rulers you guys did a week back. Okay? And if you spot where the ball lands horizontally and put this all together, you can calculate the blast speed. Okay, see if you guys can do this from scratch on paper. All right, so here's what you're looking for. The question is, what is the blast speed of the launcher? So that's the same question for everybody. I'm going to give you only one measuring tool, meter stick. That's all you get. Okay, you don't get a stopwatch, no, nothing like that. You're allowed to know the gravity field, so you're allowed to know that. But you don't get a stopwatch. You're only allowed to use a meter stick. Okay, so in a procedure, you're just looking for a handful of steps, usually 5 to 7 steps. So describe the setup. So you could say place a launcher, aim it horizontally from the edge of a balcony. Boom. That's it. That's the entire setup. Variables. So which of these variables do you want to measure? Maybe I want to measure this, want to measure this. Right, what I'm going to do with this. Right? Always mention multiple trials. That's always an AP point. Right? So maybe launch it at least 3 or 4 times, take an average kind of thing. Right? Analysis. I know we did a recent car and incline lab where we did a bunch of graphs, and that was the analysis. This is going to be a different type lab. This isn't a lab. This is a lab where you're trying to solve for something specific, and that's going to come out of an equation in this case. Right? Hey, maybe something like this. I bet this page right here could be good analysis, just like that. Can you get a conclusion that answers the question? Right, so I do have a rubric for this lab, but I want to see if you guys can come up with a write-up that lands pretty close to it. We're going to see.